lever-action rifles have seriously leveled up, and believe it or not, some of them now bring the accuracy, firepower, and versatility you'd only expect from modern sporting rifles. In this video, we're diving into 8 of the best lever-action guns set to take over 2025. Curious about which ones are worth adding to your collection? Stick around, you're gonna love this. Oh, and real quick, if you like what we do here, a quick like, share, and subscribe. It helps us grow and keeps the content coming. Your support means everything, so go ahead, smash those buttons. Without further ado, number 8, GForce Arms Huckleberry LTAC357. I've always been on the lookout for modern lever guns that don't cost an arm and a leg, and GForce Arms fits that bill perfectly. They haven't been around for generations like some of the other big names, but they've already turned plenty of heads with their Huckleberry series. These guys are serious about winning our hearts and our wallets. Among their Huckleberry lineup is the LTAC357, which is obviously chambered in .357 Magnum, one of my all-time favorite calibers. Perfect for folks who like to match ammo between their wheel gun and long gun. If you have a .357 revolver, you can feed both guns from the same stash. Plus, the .357 Magnum packs plenty of punch for home defense and can handle medium game in the field. The starting MSRP is $779, but most shops will carry it for under $700. Considering the price, the LTAC357 brings a lot to the table without squeezing your wallet. It features a 16.5-inch barrel with a 1/2 by 28 thread pitch, so it makes for a good suppressor host. The aluminum forend not only keeps weight down, but adds a modern tactical flair. It's also got built-in pick rails and M-lock slots so you can slap on everything from a red dot to a foregrip or flashlight. Don't let the budget price tag fool you. This rifle shoots as reliably as many higher-priced competitors. The lever action runs smooth. The groups come in tight for a budget-friendly gun. Just a little 3 inches at 100 yards with factory .357 loads. Number 7. POF-USA Tombstone. The Tombstone is part of a new wave of mag-fed lever guns that breaks away from the traditional tubular magazine design. Like most of you guys who always seem to have 9mm ammo on hand, thanks to years of buying bulk ammo, it makes perfect sense to have a rifle that runs on the same ammo. POF's background in AR-style rifles really shows here. The Tombstone sports a Magpul SGA stock and M-lock handguard, features you normally find on more quote-unquote tactical guns rather than Gramps' lever action. It's got a 16.5-inch fluted, free-floated barrel threaded for muzzle devices, and the included dual-port brake can be swapped for a suppressor if you want to reduce noise and maybe annoy your friends a little less at the range. The Tombstone weighs in at about 7 pounds and measures just 36 inches in length, so it feels nice and compact, easy to maneuver whether you're clearing rooms in a CQB situation or plinking steel at the local range. The large loop lever is incredibly smooth, even if you're wearing gloves, and the AR-style ambidextrous mag release makes for quick reloads. Now, it uses proprietary Phoenix mags that come in 10, 20, and 35 round capacities. Proprietary can sometimes mean hard to find and therefore expensive, but these aren't outrageously priced. At 50 yards, the group hovered around 2 inches with basic 9mm full metal jacket ammo, which is plenty accurate for most practical uses. As for its price, the MSRP sits at $1,962. Not exactly a budget piece, but if you're looking to purchase a truly off-the-beaten-path lever gun, the POF Tombstone deserves a serious look. Number 6. Henry Big Boy X Model. Henry has been turning out rock-solid American-made rifles for ages, and their Big Boy X model takes that heritage and injects a dose of modernity. It's also chambered in .357 mag, so yeah, it's like the more expensive but also more premium Huckleberry. For its asking price of around $1,000, you're getting plenty of bang for your hard-earned buck. It's available in .357 mag, 38 special, 44 mag, 44 special, and 45 Colt. Its 17.4-inch threaded barrel is suppressor ready, so if you want, you can dial down the noise and recoil by running subsonic ammo. You've also got a side loading gate for quick top-offs, plus a removable mag tube if you prefer to load it up that way. The polymer forearms got both M-lock slots and a pick rail, so it's simple to add a flashlight, foregrip, etc. The oversized lever loop is great for gloved hands, although I'd probably throw on a leather wrap for some extra comfort during all-day shooting sessions. This rifle delivers tight group at 100 yards, about 2 MOA, more than enough for bagging a deer or protecting your property. As for the price, you're looking at $1,124. Not too shabby. Number 5. FightLite Herring Model 2024. This is a brand new lever action take on the AR-15, which might sound sacrilegious to some, but I think it's exactly the kind of innovation we need, especially in some gun-restrictive states. Yup, it cleverly blends the reliability and mechanical advantage of a classic lever gun with the modularity of the modern sporting rifle. The Herring Model 2024 ships in 5.56, 223, but you can easily swap calibers by switching out standard AR uppers. No tools needed. This thing is built to handle high-pressure, high-velocity ammo like 6mm ARC, along with solid hunting rounds like 350 Legend, 450 Bushmaster, etc. Pretty much whatever you can fit on an AR-15 bolt and barrel extension, you can probably run here. And it doesn't force you to track down proprietary mags either. This rifle is stanag friendly, so you can pop on your favorite AR mag, from standard 20-rounders all the way up to big 100-round drums for range days. FightLite built this rifle with a rotating bolt setup, akin to an AR. That means smooth cycling, even with pointy, high-velocity ammo. No more fussing over whether or not your cartridges are going to jam in a tube mag. Plus, with no tubular mag to throw off the balance, it handles consistently from the first shot to the last. It weighs in at around 5.7 pounds, with a 16.25-inch chromoly barrel, making it a breeze to carry or shoulder. And the free-floating M-LOK handguard lets you attach lights or grips without any hassle. The receiver is rugged aluminum with a protective coating, so it can handle rough conditions. And if you've ever dealt with sticky situations on high-pressure AR-15 cartridges, that lever's mechanical advantages eases those worries. It's selling for $1,699, which is kind of meh, but there are 2011 pistols out there going for 3 and 4 times that amount, so I guess it's not terribly priced. But let me know in the comments if you'd buy one of these. Number 4. Marlin Model 1895 Dark Series. I've been a fan of Marlin rifles for as long as I can remember. They have a well-earned rep for building lever guns that survive just about anything, and their Model 1895 has always been one of the most respected platforms for serious hunters. With the Dark Series, Marlin took that classic and gave it a 21st century overhaul. It's still very much a 4570 government workhorse. It just also happens to look like it came straight from a Hollywood action flick. The first thing you'll notice is its compact size. The 16.17-inch barrel and 120 twist lets you take full advantage of its 4570 chambering without you having to lug around a massive rifle, and at 6 pounds 13 ounces, it won't wear you out on those extended treks through thick brush. If you're chasing elk or bear, you'll appreciate that easy handling when you're scrambling up a slope or sidestepping dense undergrowth. That aluminum handguard looks badass right away with all its M-LOK slots, and the synthetic buttstock adds a modern feel. You can slap on lights, lasers, or whatever attachment you want. The factory-installed radial muzzle brake tames the 4570's powerful recoil, so you don't feel like you're being punched by friggin' Mike Tyson every time you pull the trigger. And if you want to mount an optic, there's a lengthy Picatinny rail on top. In terms of sheer accuracy, this thing is no slouch. Depending on the loads you use, it's capable of less than 2-inch groups at 100 yards. That's perfectly solid for a big bore lever gun. Plus, the ghost ring rear sight and fiber optic front sight keep target acquisition quick if you're running irons. It's priced at $1,429, which might feel a bit steep, but I'd argue that you are paying for a rifle that's going to last. Number 3. Henry LASR. I'm a big Henry fan, always have been. But when I saw their new Lever Action Supreme rifle, aka LASR, back at SHOT Show 2024, I almost did a double take. This is the second lever action AR-15 on this list, but it's built a little different compared to the Herring Model 2024. First off, Henry chose an internal hammer design with a sealed action. You might wonder why that matters. Well, if you're running a suppressor, that sealed action reduces the gas and sound you'd normally have to deal with. It's a cleaner, quieter shooting experience. A clear edge for anyone who appreciates less noise and a bit more stealth. They also decided to borrow some AR-15 engineering for the bolt and linkage system, making the laser's lever movement unbelievably smooth. If you've ever cringed at the idea of combining lever guns and AR tech, I'd urge you to handle this rifle first. You'll be racking that lever all day just because it feels so buttery smooth. On top of that, the LASR is chambered in 223 Remington and 300 Blackout, and it's PMAG compatible. You can choose your ammo adventure without worrying about mag prices. weight shifts, bullet shape, etc. Plus, the free-floated barrel is touted as capable of sub-MOA accuracy. It's got a threaded muzzle, so it's also ready for a suppressor or muzzle device. Henry capped it off with an adjustable trigger that you can dial down to 3.5 pounds. And with its gorgeous walnut furniture, it strikes that perfect aesthetic balance between tactical and traditional. Price-wise, it sits at under $1,400, which makes it more affordable than the Herring, yet still a lot pricier than a bare-bones AR-15 build, or even something like a PSA AR-15. But if you're dealing with restrictive laws or just want something different that still carries Henry's iconic quality, the LASR might be the best of both worlds. Number 2. Chiappa Wildlands 1892 Takedown. Chiappa Wildlands 1892 Takedown captures everything I love about the old-school lever-action rifle, then it adds a few modern twists that make it a serious contender. First off, it's chambered in .44 Magnum, which is a solid choice if you need both knockdown power and versatility. Being able to pair it with a .44 mag revolver is a bonus for folks like me who value simple ammo logistics. And let's face it, a .44 can handle everything from home defense to dropping medium to big game in the woods. I love the takedown feature. In a matter of seconds, I can split the rifle into 2 parts and stow it away in a compact case. Really speaks to me. If you're an outdoorsman who appreciates a space-saving backcountry gun or someone who likes discreet transport options, you'd appreciate it too. Once reassembled, you don't lose zero, so you can confidently put it back together and trust your sights or optics are still dialed in. Chiappa dressed up the Wildlands 1892 with a skeletonized synthetic stock, adjustable cheek riser, and an M-LOK forearm. Definitely more modern than my grandpa's lever gun. The paracord wrapped loop lever is a cool touch too. Looks good, feels good, and offers a bit more grip in slippery conditions. With an angled injection system and a barrel with a 5/8 by 24 thread pitch, you can easily mount an optic or run a suppressor, giving you serious flexibility in how you set it up. Yeah, the Wildlands 1892 Takedown comes with a higher price tag of around $1,700, but you're getting a lever gun that adapts to nearly any situation. Number 1. Browning BLR Lightweight 81 Stainless Takedown. And last but not least is the BLR Lightweight 81 Stainless Takedown by Browning. They've been in the lever action business forever, and while old John Moses Browning didn't personally design this one, it absolutely carries forward his spirit of innovation. This isn't your standard tube-fed lever gun. Instead, you get a detachable box magazine, which means you can load it up with some of today's best hunting cartridges. Everything from 6.5 Creedmoor to 308 Win or even 300 Win mag. It holds 3 rounds for Magnum calibers and 4 rounds for standard ones. But the real star of the show, at least to me, is the takedown system. Like the Chiappa Wildlands 1892, you can pop this thing apart in 2 pieces and tuck it away in a discreet bag or backpack. That's huge if you travel a lot and don't want to lug around a long rifle case. It also helps if you're hunting in places where you want to keep a low profile. Better yet, if you install a scope, it holds its zero surprisingly well after you snap it back together. Weighs in at about 6.5 pounds, so it feels balanced and quick to the shoulder. And it's got a long 20-inch lightweight sporter barrel capable of 1 MOA accuracy, which shouldn't be surprising because of its available chamberings. Just make sure you have a good scope and you do your part. MSRP ranges between $1,230 and $1,530 depending on the configuration you choose. To me, between the heavy-duty rack and pinion lever, the smooth cycling, and the ability to run high-performance cartridges, it's hard to complain. If you're a hunter who wants a lever gun that blends vintage charm with modern performance, I think the Browning BLR Stainless Takedown checks all the boxes. And that's a wrap. So, which lever gun model has caught your eye? Are there other models out there that you think should have made my list? Sound off in the comments. Let's get a discussion going. And while you're down there, please give this video a like, share it with your friends, subscribe, and click on that bell icon too, so you don't miss out on our upcoming videos. Thanks for watching.